Good afternoon. Could you introduce yourself and tell us what you do here at the Authority?
Sure. My name is Chris Stiles, and I am the Senior Manager of Airport Operations at Jacksonville International Airport.
Well, Chris, recently we passed a significant inspection. Can you tell us a little bit about what the inspection was and what the significance of it is?
Sure. The recent inspection that we just successfully passed was our FAR 139. It's conducted every year by the FAA, and what they do is they come out and take a look at our airport, specifically how we comply with FAR 139. FAR 139 is a regulation that the FAA mandates for all certificated airports to maintain standards in order to maintain their operating certificate. Part of that, or all of it, is defined in our airport certification manual. What they do is they come out, they take a look at all of our records, all of our training, our certification manual, all of our diagrams, everything that we do on a daily basis to make sure that that's up to speed. And then they'll come out and take a look at the material condition of the airfield. Our facilities department does an excellent job every day of the year. Usually up around where the inspection is, we amp it up a little bit, but they go out and they maintain the grass, the lighting systems out there, the signage, the markings. We maintain our wildlife program, and that's the integrity of the fence and any of the habitat, the feeding habitat for wildlife. All that's mitigated and documented. We have a ARF, or Aircraft Rescue and Firefighting Index, is maintained. They inspect them for compliance for all their training, their annual burns, and all their required training to maintain our index. And what else? That's pretty much the gist of what they do. I've been here 10 years, or coming on 11 years, and we've had zero discrepancies the entire time I've been here. And I'm going to retire in about 15 years, and I hope to make that 15 more years of no discrepancies.
Now, what's the significance of no discrepancies? What does that mean?
Well, we're not cited for anything. We're in compliance. I'm not sure how much of a rarity that is. I am aware of airports receiving citations or violations of 139, but that's a pretty significant accomplishment because it's not that easy to maintain. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of people involved. And like I say, we've got our maintenance department, our facilities department. They're an integral part in maintaining 139. Obviously, operations, we inspect, document, report, coordinate. But the facilities guys, I can't give them enough credit because they're the ones that really make this thing work.
And so this is important for our traveling public.
Absolutely, absolutely. It keeps the airport safe and keeps us compliant.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations to you and your team for another year of passing with flying colors.
You've got it.
Well, good morning. Can you introduce yourself, tell us what you do for the Jacksonville Aviation Authority and why we're standing at the end of a closed runway?
My name is Richard Yeomans. I'm the Airfield coordinator, and my responsibilities are keeping up with the maintenance, routine maintenance through 139 issues on our runways and airfields. We maintain the grass, striping. We do patchwork on spalls as needed on the runways. And what's going on behind me now is some of our mowing. We're mowing the approach end of 7, which we have to keep the grass maintained to certain heights, from 8 to 12 inches, what's recommended to keep it at. That keeps wildlife down and bugs and so forth down, birds down, where they don't nest in the high grass. Low grass can be a problem also, but they recommend keeping it around 8 to 12 inches.
And all this is, like you said, it's part of the wildlife management program, not necessarily because it looks nice.
No, it's because of wildlife management. That's mostly what it's for. And you know, we get grass high around taxiway lights. Obviously, we have to keep that down as well.
Right. So, how long does it take to mow the grass around the 2 runways here at Jax?
On the runway areas, we try to, I'd say it's every 2-week turnaround as far as mowing the runway safety areas.
Right.
It takes 2 weeks to really cover everything. Now, that's not everything we have. We have other areas out beyond the 139 area.
Okay, well, we're gonna I think we'll stop right there. Well, Richard, we've sort of turned around and now we're looking, we can see that we've got the runway closed here. So can you tell us some of the activity as far as maintenance that's going on this closed runway that helps us with our 139 inspection?
What's going on now, we have electricians out here. We have work orders that's turned in. There's light checks at night done that the operations do. They're replacing light bulbs. If we get a certain amount of light out on a runway, it could close the runway down. So they have to keep up with the lights issues as far as lights.
Right. Now, as far as I can see some of the black marks that the landing aircraft leave as they're landing, obviously. So what's the maintenance issue regarding those type of marks on the runway?
Periodically they come in and they do a test, what they call a friction test. You get rubber buildup. When you get high rubber buildup, it reduces the friction of the aircraft tire. So when it gets a certain amount of friction buildup or rubber buildup, they have to come in and blast the rubber up, and then they test it again to make sure that the friction's up to par as far as stopping the aircraft.
Okay.
Hey, my name is Danny Connell. I'm electrical foreman here for the Airport Authority. We are now in the Airfield lighting vault here at JIA. These are our constant current regulators that makes the special current for our airfield lighting. It's not like your normal voltage at a house. This is what they call 6.6 amp constant current. Each one of these regulators is actually a circuit that goes on our airfield. Runway circuits, taxiway circuits, various other circuits. And these are all, this room right here is maintained, it's critical equipment, and our maintenance crew, the electricians here at the airport, this is our bread and butter of the airport. If this don't work, you don't have an airport. And it's all backed up by, we got emergency generators, two electrical feeds coming in from JEA, and everything is really critical here for the operation of the airport here at JIA.